What's up everyone, Takedown here, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be trying to fix the PlayStation 5 Pro blue light of death. If you're watching this video, you're probably experiencing the blue light of death, and essentially that is where the lights on the PlayStation 5 Pro is just blinking and it's not connecting to the TV. So let's dive into it and see how to fix it. Alright, so let's start with the easiest fix, and that is power cycling your PlayStation 5 Pro. Now this sounds very scary, but this simple reset can clear out whatever is causing the issue with your PlayStation 5 Pro. So here's what you do. First, you're going to hold down the power button for about 10 seconds until the PlayStation 5 shuts off completely. Next, you're going to disconnect the power cable from the back of the console. You're going to wait at least 5 minutes. Some people prefer to wait 20 minutes or more, but 5 minutes should be long enough for all of the power to get drained out of the console. Once you waited at least 5 minutes, you can now plug everything back in and try to turn on your PlayStation 5 Pro. For a lot of people, the blue light of death is caused by an HDMI issue, and it's really easy to fix that. First, you're going to unplug the HDMI cable from your PlayStation 5 Pro and your TV. Next, you're going to inspect the HDMI ports on the back of your TV to see if you notice any damage or any debris inside. You're also going to do the same for the ends of the PlayStation 5 and the HDMI cord itself. Now, if you do have a spare HDMI cable, which all gamers in my opinion should have multiple HDMI cables just in case they run into any kind of issues, then they have the spares that they can just go and get. If you do have a spare, or you can go and get one, go and try to see if that will work for you. Sometimes internally in the cable, it just stops working. Maybe there is a little bend or it did kink and the wire inside might have snapped. Something like that is not always noticeable from looking on the outside. It could be internal in the cable itself. So if you try a new cable, for a lot of people, that usually works for them and it fixes this blue light of death issue. Maybe the HDMI cable you had just stopped working, and if you have a new one or one that you can try using that. Now, of course, if that didn't work, sometimes your TV port for the HDMI might just stop working. I know for my TV over here, HDMI port 1 does not work anymore. Whenever I had the blue light of death, it was caused by the HDMI issue because the port just stopped working. If your TV has multiple HDMI ports, I recommend just trying plugging it into a different one and see if that does fix the issue for you. It did fix my issue for me years ago, and it does fix the issue for a lot of people as well. For most people that experience the blue light of death, it's either one of two things. It is either an HDMI issue or a power cycling issue. But if that didn't work for you, let's move on to the next thing. Next is to try to boot up your PlayStation 5 Pro in safe mode. Now, for some people that are experiencing a bigger issue, you might not be able to connect to safe mode at all. But if you're able to go and open up safe mode and it does pop up on your TV, then usually that's a good sign that one of the safe mode options will likely work for you. So to try and access safe mode, you're going to press and hold the power button until you hear 2 beeps. Then you're going to plug your controller in to your PlayStation 5 Pro using the USB cable, and you're going to press the PS button. Now, if it is launching into safe mode, you're going to see all of the options come up onto the screen. Now, the first option that you're going to want to choose is option 5 to rebuild the database, which if you have to go to safe mode and it does pop up for you, usually rebuilding the database usually fixes the issue for the blue light of death easier than some of the other options. Rebuilding the system database is essentially reorganizing your system files, and it might fix the issue itself. And depending on how much you have saved on your console, it could take anywhere from instantly up to about 20 minutes. So keep that in mind as well. If it is loading for a continuous time, it's probably because you have a lot on your console and it is going to take longer than what some people actually have to do. Now, if you tried rebuilding the database and that didn't work for you, next you're going to want to take a USB or a flash drive, whatever people want to call it, and you're going to go onto the PlayStation's website and you're going to download the latest updates onto the USB, and then you're going to go back into safe mode. You're going to plug that USB into your console, and then you're going to select to do the update manually. Essentially, if there is an issue, sometimes an update might have been corrupt that you did download, and it might just not be working. So if you download it onto a flash drive and connect it into your PlayStation 5 Pro and do the download of that, usually that does revert everything onto this new updates, and sometimes does fix the issue for most people. Now, of course, course, in safe mode, if none of those options did work for you, you could go and factory reset your PlayStation 5 and then just re-download all of your games and hopefully back up all of your save files before doing this. But there is other options. One of them is, if nothing did work in this video, it might be a hardware issue, and I recommend getting that checked. Now, of course, if you have the PlayStation 5 Pro and you did have this issue, hopefully you did purchase it with a warranty, because most do come at least with a year warranty, and you should go and take it back to where you bought it, explain the problem, and hopefully you can get the warranty issue solved. And if not, hopefully they can direct you in the right place to get the hardware checked, because if nothing in this video did work for you, it's likely a bigger issue with your PlayStation 5, and I recommend either getting it checked by Sony or even taking it in for a warranty, because it is a bigger problem than a quick fix. Now, with that being said, usually the first 3 options do work for most people. Most commonly, it's an HDMI problem, and people just don't realize it until it happens, and they switch everything out and they realize their HDMI cable just stopped working. For a lot of people, it's a power cycling issue, and if you're able to access safe mode, it is the rebuilding database issue for most people as well. Hope this video has helped you. I'll see you guys in the next one. Please take care. Peace.